Well, when I was a kid, I felt like I could eat anything. And in high school, if I wanted to grab a bag of chips out of the vending machine, I would, or if I wanted an ice cream bar or something. It didn't really affect me.
So in your 20s, anyone can lose weight. But when you get into 30s, 40s, and 50s, things change. Hormones change, and your metabolism slows down.
But as I started to get older, I noticed I wasn't losing the weight.
Very few people burn actual fat. What happens, they lose water weight, they gain it back, about 2 weeks later, and they lose it back and forth. There are people that exercise 2 hours a day, 7 days a week, even run marathons, and never lose any weight.
The older I got, even though I was exercising on a regular basis, I was putting more weight on. I just asked a number of people, and they said, well, try this type of workout. Maybe you need to lift weights. Maybe you need to alternate more, run one day, lift weights the next. Try this food, don't eat this. Cut out all your sugars. Are you eating enough of this?
There's over 3 million foods at the grocery store and an unlimited combination of things you can do wrong. It's very heartbreaking to see people put so much effort into this and not see any results.
So I got to the point where I was just, I was sort of beside myself. I didn't know what to do. I was actually gaining weight, and I wasn't getting the results that I had in the past.
You need results. You don't need more hype. You need to see actual weight loss to keep you motivated. That's what keeps people going.
I got to the point where I was like, I guess it's just because I'm getting older.
This is why diets don't work, because they don't take in consideration the age factor. See, it's not what you're doing, it's what your body stopped doing. What I tell people, and this is very fascinating, is that they don't really have a weight problem, they have a hormone problem. The weight is just a symptom.
I really had no idea that it was an issue of hormones.
Hormones are those little messages, chemical messages that tell the body what to do, like burn fat or store fat.
And I didn't realize actually that there was such a thing as a fat burning hormone. When Dr. Berg told me that, I was like, really?
At the core of your metabolism are these hormones that burn fat. But when you actually test a person's metabolic rate, it's actually very, very low. It's actually burnt out. So when you trigger the hormones, the messages might be sent, but the metabolism is not receiving those messages. So it's like, burn fat, I can't hear you. So what we have to do is we have to heal and rejuvenate your metabolic rate. Only then can you burn fat correctly.
I didn't want anybody that was going to tell me, oh, take this pill and it'll make you feel better, because it wasn't going to fix the issue. It was just going to mask it.
Hormones are very, very complex. You have 600 hormones. 6 of them burn fat, 3 of them make fat. And here's the thing, just a little bit of the wrong hormone, like insulin, for example, that's the bad hormone that's triggered by sugar, that can block fat burning for 8 hours to 3 days. Let me give you an example. Let's just take a cookie, 80 calories. You could walk it off in 1 mile, but the problem is the sugar that triggers insulin, which is that bad hormone, from that one little cookie can block fat burning for 1 day in the future and everything you did the day before.
My first visit with him, he explained his techniques, and over time, I wasn't having to take naps anymore during work or during my lunch break, and going up the stairs was easy as pie. It was so nice. And my focus was, obviously much more in tune. I had more mental focus. I feel like I had much more clarity in my thinking as well, and just in general, I felt like my body was more clear.
What's even more bizarre is that you have all these weight loss programs that don't even talk about the 6 fat burning triggers. I mean, you have over $50 billion spent on weight loss every year, and you have thousands of weight loss programs, and the results of these weight loss programs are only have a 0.5% success rate. That's because they don't address hormones. I mean, there's the glycemic index, there's the good carb, bad carb program, but that's so incomplete. They're only talking about one of the hormones. They're not talking about all of them. The key is finding out why the person's metabolism is wore out, getting it rejuvenated, and then teaching the person what to do to trigger these 6 fat-burning hormones. That works.
I noticed weight loss probably about a week and a half in. And in a 4-week period, I think I lost 15 to 20 pounds, I think is what we thought. I went from 155, maybe 157, down to about it must have been more than 20 pounds because I went down to 130. So it was about 25 pounds. And that was about a month's time. It wasn't any longer than a month.
And take a wild guess, what destroys the metabolic rate? These other weight loss programs. It's kind of ironic that the actual thing that you're trying to solve it with is the thing that's causing the problem. Yo-yo diets, injections, B12 shots, low-calorie diets, low-nutrient diets, all those are designed to make you unhealthy, actually. So you might lose some weight, but the weight comes right back. If you're struggling to lose weight and you're not going anywhere, here's what you need to do. Trigger all 6 fat-burning hormones, okay? But more importantly, you have to avoid the 3 hormones that make you fat. And then parallel to that, we want to get your metabolism healthy, rejuvenated. I would like to invite people to experience my program to overcome the barrier, the age barrier of weight loss, so they really can see results, not just short-term, but long-term.